Welcome to the Panther Pad Podcast. Now, I know we did miss Friday. We missed Friday.
We did.
All right, we missed Friday. But we were really waiting for the results of the election. We wanted to do this podcast on that. And we didn't want to throw nothing in the middle of it because it's like all this stuff is going on with the election. Nobody really wants to hear about nothing else. They want to hear about the election. So I am General Mike Payne, National General under King Rick, chapter leader here in VA of the original Black Panthers. And I have Queen Lola Truitt with me. And say hi to the people,
Hello, everyone.
So let's get into it. All right, the election, it's finally over. We have a decision. Let's talk about it.
Well, let's just stop and think about everything. Whether Joe Biden won or Donald Trump won, and that's still in the air, just letting you know. They're still debating if Joe Biden actually won. They're still counting ballots. You have a lot of people talking about that they don't know if he's won or not. A lot of Republicans cannot accept it. My mother is one of them. Hi, Mom.
You gonna do moms like that?
Yes.
You gonna make her cry?
It's okay. She's already been crying.
Oh my gosh.
So, sorry. But anyway, at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter who we get, because what have we really benefited from the Democratic or Republican Party being in there for Black people? Who has consecutively done things for the Black community that was actually positive? Democrat or Republican?
Right. I mean, I feel like we're kind of always in the same place. We're always at the bottom. We have to hold them accountable. Now that Biden is in the office and, he's most likely going to be the president or is the president, however they want to look at it right now. Hey, we got to hold him accountable. We got to really put that fire under him and say, hey, you said you were going to do these things. We need you to do them. So we have to keep pushing. The fight's not over. It's kind of like when you make that touchdown in a football game. It don't mean you win the whole game.
Yeah,
you just scored once. So and like I said, or like you said rather, I don't even know if it's really a score. As always, we still will end up in the same predicament, in the same place, unless we change things for ourselves. And that's something we need to really work towards.
Well, stop letting these political parties one night stand you. They promise you the moon and the stars, and then after they get you what they want, they kick you to the side and say, come on, you come here. Yeah. That's what they do.
Good gracious, one night stand you.
Yeah. Or they might treat you just like, what's his name, just kick the whole queen out the car.
Gucci?
Yeah. Like, get the fuck out. On to the next one.
Burr. Wow.
Yes. I'm getting tired like saying.
Yeah, it happens.
We can't allow that.
Yeah, we can't. So that's all the time we have for that little segment, and we're going to go to the next segment of this election. All right? Let's get to that. All right, this is a topic that I really want to cover, and I hear a lot of people saying it. Before we cast our votes, everybody was saying our ancestors died for you to have the right to vote. They risked their life for you to have the right to vote. Now, that's not completely the truth. We died, or our ancestors died, for our right to have human rights and to be treated with dignity, respect, to have civil rights. That's what they died for. Voting happened to be a piece of that, but it wasn't the single solitary thing that they went out to really protest and die for. No, they risked their lives to be treated as human beings, which we didn't have that treatment. We didn't have that respect or that right. So that needs to be definitely cleared up. I hear that a lot, especially during election time. People, you better vote because such and such died for you to have the right. No, get it together. They died for a whole lot more. Don't minimize it.
But that's how they basically guilt trip you into voting. Especially, you did have a lot of blacks that they were not voting this year because they were not going to pick the lesser of two evils.
Right.
So you had those people saying, well, you should always exercise your right to vote because your grandparents and their grandparents had to fight for you to vote. So don't, throw your vote away.
Yeah.
But
go ahead.
I'm sorry.
Realize with that. Well, no, go ahead. Finish your point.
My point is, what has voting really done for the black community since we've gotten the rights to vote? What has really changed in a positive way for black people voting, whether they vote Democrat or Republican? What has really changed for us? What can we actually look at within our communities now and say, we've gained so much just from voting? Okay? So, can you name anything? That's what I want black people to start thinking.
Well, and we also have to differentiate voting for the president and voting for what's going on locally, because the local vote is a lot more important than the presidential vote.
Exactly. Like your senators, you mean?
Yeah, senators, mayors, governor, yeah, all that stuff. You have to vote for those guys and know what their policies are and hold them accountable for what they say they're going to do. And that's another topic I want to get to is stop voting for black people that hit office just because they're black. Yeah. We have a lot of black people to get to office, and by the time they get there, they're done sold out. They're not even on the same agenda anymore. They're not about the black community anymore. So we have to be careful. We have to really look at politicians as one complete, I guess, group of people, and we have to really look at what they stand for and what policies they hold and what they're going to actually do for you. And when you look at that, you have to pick and choose which one is going to do what and hold them accountable as soon as they get to office.
But General, we have to just be honest. Let's just be honest. What did our Pan-African leaders say? They left a blueprint for us to get our liberation and freedom, and it wasn't just voting.
Of course not.
So let's just look at it as a whole. Who, Kwame Nkrumah said, whoever gives food to you controls you.
So feed yourself.
We have to start feeding ourselves.
Absolutely.
To get liberation.
And I agree. We say that all the time. What I'm talking about though, if you're gonna vote, if you're gonna vote for somebody and you're gonna put, somebody's check that ballot, then whoever you're doing, hold them accountable for what they say they're gonna do. I mean, if we're gonna just not vote and just do it, then fine, that's cool too. But I'm saying if you're gonna vote and you're gonna check that ballot and you're gonna try to, see what they can do since they are there, you might as well see if they're gonna do something. But let's let them try it.
You also have to know that there's hands that hinder them from doing things specifically. Like, say if there's something that would really benefit us a lot, you might have certain people that will not sign those orders into play. You have some people that are divided.
Right.
So we might not get everything that we actually need just from voting.
No, who would say that we are?
But a lot of people do think that.
No. You vote for things and, you might get them, you might not. But hopefully we'll get some of the things we vote for, but we have to hold them accountable. But let's go to our third subject. Let's get it. All right. For this last piece we're going to talk about is safety. We really have to express this. We have to be serious about it. Safety is key. The election is over. There's threats being made. The country has probably been split in half. It was a very close race. It was a close race, and I believe the country is split in half. And that looks like civil war to an extent. And what did Trump say? Stand by?
Trump said stand by. Also they're talking about if Trump does not win, you had the Proud Boys and a few other white supremacist terrorist groups say that they will start doing harm towards Democrats and also people within our community. So you have to stay alert of your surroundings. Don't get caught slipping. If you're a queen, don't be out really late if you don't have to be. And if you are, stay strapped.
And that's the thing. I know people are going to listen to this and it's going to be in one ear, out the other. Please, look, take heed to what we're saying. At least travel in twos. Us as the original Black Panthers, we're always out. We're always in the community. And we see certain things that maybe a lot of people out there don't see. But please, especially the queens, travel together. Have somebody with you. Have a guy with you, one of the kings or something. But don't just be out here late, walking around, doing your thing in random places. Especially if you live in one of those rural areas or, somewhere that's a little further in the country or something like that. Because, they were talking about they got these big trucks and these different things. Even when we went out to protect that bridge that time, that's all we saw was those big trucks.
And they were revving their engines.
Right, rifles all over them and everything like that. So we need to be careful out there. And I can't say that enough. Be very, very careful.
Yes, and also teach your children as well how to be safe. Also, teach them a little bit how they defend themselves and if they're in a situation. Because they are cowards. If they can't get to an adult, they will hurt children.
Right. And that's the thing. Us as Black people, I know we like to have a lot of fun. Okay? Black people, we have too much fun. Okay? I just got to be real with you and be honest with you. Sometimes we have too much fun. I get it. The cookouts, the dancing, the parties, the this, that, and the other. I get it. But like I said, I saw this little video that was floating across social media, and it had the white people teaching their kids all this stuff, how to shoot, how to do this in the woods and all these things. And, our kids out there partying, twerking, doing whatever. And, we need to teach our kids those same things. Yeah, survival skills and how to defend themselves. And these are things we need to teach our kids. Don't get mad at me for saying it. Get mad at yourself for not teaching your children the things that we need to survive. If this country did split in half and things did go left, you're going to need to know how to protect yourself. And if you're outnumbered, you're going to want somebody to be able to get them off you. And whether that's your child, whether that's your husband or your wife or whoever, everybody needs to learn how to defend themselves. Soldier up, please.
Yes, instead of buying all these Jordans and Nikes, I would rather have 200 guns than to have 200 pairs of shoes that are useless.
Exactly.
Stop buying Dolce & Gabbana bag and go buy you an AR. Right.
Have something to defend that house with. Keep the home safe, keep your children safe, protect the family, protect the village. And that's something that we always are talking about. And that's why we do patrols all the time. You'll see us out there walking, patrolling the communities, making sure that people are safe. So that's all we got for this show.
Yes.
So we're going to leave that topic. And I hope you guys enjoyed it. And once again, this is the Panther Pad Podcast. Subscribe. Ring the bell, like, all that good stuff. Share, definitely share the podcast. People seem to be liking it so far, so we're going to keep on going and keep giving you the truth. And we're going to do that all the time. And we'll be back Friday with a podcast for you at 7 o'clock, 7 p.m. Right? So, let's get out of here. We'll catch you later. All power to the people.
Be safe.
Be safe.
On my beat, 'cause up here I live free.